that's so scummy. I don't like that he's stealing money from poor people.
Dude, we haven't talked about Brett Favre yet.
Oh my God,
he's my champion.
He took.
I heard
money,
a take on this. So here, if people don't know anything about Brett Favre, I have his thing. So I guess he worked with the governor of Mississippi. Mississippi has something called the Department of Human Services, and they are to take care of like basically poor people. They call them at-need residents. Cool. 2 payments went to Farve or payments supported by Farve. One was speaking fees of $1.1 million. And you might think like, all right, well, maybe it seems like a lot. This better be a really good speech for $1.1 million. Nay. It was a no-show speaking fee. So he didn't have to give the speech to get the $1.1 million that would have otherwise gone to poor people from Mississippi.
Yep.
Straight into Brett Favre's pocket. The other thing was $5 million, and that went to his daughter's school where she plays volleyball. Brett Favre was under the impression that she needed a better volleyball facility to show off her talents, and they donated $5 million that was supposed to go to at-need residents. Instead, it went to Brett Favre's daughter's volleyball court.
Yep.
And now
it's been a nice volleyball court, because I'm thinking $5 million can do that thing. Better be state of the art.
Yeah.
Really? I thought $5 million was just a starter fee. What does a $5 million building look like?
Why are they not doing it in the basketball gym?
$5 million in Mississippi.
Yeah, true.
And
true,
so
true.
you're not like
it's Mississippi, not Afghanistan.
Right? No,
but it's not California either.
Yeah, I'm saying it's like land value is not a problem, right? So it's all material costs. $5 million material costs and labor is like
nowadays that'll get you. That's like what my bathroom renovation's costing.
I mean, can we find out? I'm sure we'll picture daughter's volleyball facility. In any case, the dude stole $6 million from poor people, and he's in these text messages with the governor where he's like, "Hey,
the media find
nobody's gonna know where this money came from, right? Because it would, And the governor's like, "Hey, I understand why you'd be a little concerned about that. No worries. Nobody will ever know." And I'm sitting here like on my toilet reading that message like, y'all fucked up.
That's the outside. Zach, if you can go to my picture, it'll show the
holy
inside.
Shit.
Unless
what?
You have one.
And
he built a temple to volleyball?
Dude, the inside looks dope too.
That's a Photoshop, dude.
That literally looks like somebody said, "How do we spend $5 million on volleyball?" Not here's $5 million worth of volleyball stuff.
Look at that court.
Oh my!
Look at that 3.
Okay.
Oh
3
man,
wide.
No money went to the volleyball imagery here,
dude. That is.
I didn't realize.
Really
it looks
nice
like I found the
facility.
rendering. I thought it was real when I showed it to him.
Yeah, it's a rendering, but still, like I'm sure it looks like this more or less. That's
how much is Brett Favre worth, and like how did he? It's shocking to me that this man. Like, it's not that he can't afford the $6 million donation. Instead, he was like, well, I don't actually want to do that, but I would like to flex, my pull, because what other reason could you have for siphoning money from that specific group of people?
Free money. Like he has some sort of fucking illicit deal with the governor to get free fucking welfare money.
He's worth $100 million, and he had to get another $1 million for his own pocket. So the thing that Al mentioned about him saying, "Are we going to get caught for this?" Basically, I'm paraphrasing. Are people going to find out? Is his defense is, I had no idea where the money was coming from. I thought it was a speaking fee. Like, I don't know. I don't really pay close attention. But it turns out he was personally texting, like, what if people learn about what we're doing? So he knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah. This
now,
is a guy who makes $7 million a year, and he's making it $8 million.
Yeah.
Through fraud.
Yeah,
ESPN is barely covering this. I haven't even seen it on the news much. I see it on Reddit a little bit, and it hit me, but it's not like getting plastered wall to wall. When Michael Vick ran dog fighting facilities, right? And he's personally responsible for like 7 or 8 dogs dying, and he kind of funded it. He wasn't, nothing.
He was the guy.
It was wall-to-wall coverage. It was everywhere. ESPN was talking about it, ABC, NBC, whatever.
I mean,
CNN.
that makes sense to me, because
be
like
fair, though, Michael,
one story is like very easy to spin to make the public care. Like, it's harder to get the public to care about like a misappropriation of funds,
because this shit happens all the time. Like,
because if there's photos of abused dogs, that's gonna sell. That's gonna fly.
Also, Michael Vick was at the peak of his career. He had just been on the cover of fucking Madden 2004. He was killing it. we, the Falcons, were very proud of him. He was so fast. The dude was like benching 500 pounds.
It's like a running back that could throw.
He's faster than a running back. He was incredible. He was like, I don't remember what his 40 times were, but they're absurd.
Faster than pit bulls.
And that not quite. That caught up with him. And like they started showing all the like they showed it warts and all. Like there's ways for media to cover when a person that they kind of like does a bad thing. And then there's ways to like throw somebody. They're like, these are the rape stands. They're a big part of this style of underground dogfighting where you tie the female down and have her raped repeatedly by the male. And it's like, that has nothing to do with, that's like just a part of breeding dogs, whether you like it or not. I don't like breeding, that whole industry, but like, I think it's a legal thing. I don't think it's animal abuse, but they're like zooming in on these things. And somebody's like standing next to it. The bulldog would be placed here. And like breaking down dog rape. And I'm sitting there like, man, they're going to kill this guy by the time it's over. They really threw him under the bus.
I've had that thought too. Like I've wondered, like on one hand, I've had the thought that you did. Look, misappropriation of funds, a guy who's been retired for, I don't know, 12 years more, is not the same sexy story that dog murder is. But I do wonder, like,
is it not?
It should get more attention than it has.
It's a shitty story. I hate it. It makes me know that he's a piece of shit because I think there was a thing a while back where he was like sending dick pics to other women while he was married or something.
Reporters.
Like that.
He got a reporter literally canned and like blacklisted and denied all the allegations and stuff. That she came out on it. So
yeah,
right.
and
this requires a trip to Bing. I want to see what his dick.
And so we know he's a bit of a piece of shit already. But this is really scummy. It's Mississippi, right? Like. I want to say I've seen him in his Wrangler commercials, like repping that, his hometown and stuff and talking about all that. And like, man, to be like stealing money from the poorest citizens of your home state, the people who like need to eat. I don't know. It's food out of poor.
As far as like
mouths.
actual,
I heard it called
impact.
welfare money. Like,
as far as like actual negative impact, Brett Favre did a lot more negative. It's just like as far as the ability to get people to care about it, like people care so much about abused animals.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
Viscerally,
I'm glad they got him.
Yeah,
it really, ruined the Falcons for a generation. Really, like we still haven't recovered from those.
Brett Favre was responsible for destroying the Falcons for a long time.
No, Michael Vick.
Oh, Michael Vick.
Yeah, Michael Vick.
Brett Favre didn't do the Falcons any favors either.
I don't remember us having any real issues with them ever. But no, I just remember I think he had killed several of the dogs with his bare, like drowned them in a bucket. I think that was a thing. Michael Vick had been drowning dogs in buckets, which is ghoulish. Like, why wouldn't you shoot them? Like some people might be like that's ghoulish, but like I don't know. That's how you put animals down when they're like broken and sick and dying. Yeah. You get them out of their misery as quickly as possible.
rather be shot than drowned in a bucket.
Oh,
100%.
Oh, you're going to die on that hill, huh?
Yeah. Easy pick.
Is that really Brett Favre's dick? His dick sucks. Oh,
yeah, I saw it too. That dick sucks. But when I binged it myself, I got some better dicks. But I wasn't 100%.
I remember I remember seeing the pictures of his dick and being like, dude, the potential ROI here is not good. Like you're getting ladies because of your arm, my friend. Yeah. Not because of what you got here.
Dude, send him a picture of your bank account, not your penis.
Literally.
What are you doing?
Show that you have an extra $1 million that you didn't have before.
Like show her a fucking like pool at another country that you're sitting at. Don't show her your little dick. I mean, in his case, especially.
Yeah,
he can get you into a pool in another country.
Keep that.
Brett Favre seems like a dumbass to me. That's so scummy. I don't like that he's stealing money from poor people.
Right? Yeah, it's not do a good white collar crime. Like steal money from corporations, not
or from the government.
Yeah.
Dude, I used to be in accounts payable.
Oh.
And you have to understand, when you're in accounts payable, there are invoices coming to your company constantly, just raining in, invoice after invoice after invoice. And you are measured by how quickly you turn these around. Like, you've got to pay these invoices on time. I've always wondered, why don't more people send invoices to companies? Just be like, you know what? Facebook,
I've heard stories of it working.
I've heard stories of people doing it.
Yeah. Hit that subscribe